All right, everybody, the Seahawks pick is in. Michael Jerrell. Wow, I hit record just in time for that one. Michael Jerrell, a tackle out of Findlay. Michael Jerrell, this was a top 30 visit for us. I actually remember talking about him during my Straggler series right at the very end of my evaluation period. So this was a guy that we saw something in that we liked. It was hard for me to be able to see it because he played for Findlay, a school that I had never even heard of, a school that has not exactly been a breeding ground for great offensive or any NFL player at all for that matter over the years. But from what I saw about him, seemed all right. I can understand some of the appeal. I can understand some of the interest. But yeah, this one's going to be a little bit tough for me to evaluate because there is going to be so little tape out there on him because this is such a small school guy. But Michael Jerrell was a guy that we met with, and sometimes what you do with your late round picks, like your late 6th and your 7th round picks, is you use them on players that you would like to get as a UDFA, but you know that if you leave the decision up to them completely, they may not pick you. So even though you know the player is worth a UDFA selection, you go, I'm going to go ahead and spend a low pick on them to make sure I get them first. And I can get them in the building, I can get them in training camp, and probably by the end you're sticking them on the practice squad, but you've gotten them to warm up on you, and they would prefer to stay in your building over anyone else because they have familiarity there. So it's not something that I'm like super excited about because there's just so little to go on here. I didn't get to watch him play. I didn't get to get a really good feel for what he was. But once you get down to this part of the draft, I don't think there's very much you can do that's wrong. So now we're out of picks. That was it. We've got a long way to go to the end of the draft. But realistically, I don't see us trading back into the 7th round. I don't know why we would. I don't know why we would need to. So I would expect us to just be in a holding pattern until UDFA. And the way things are going, there are going to be good UDFAs out there. I'm sure some of these guys are going to go off here. There's some guys still available who I have no idea how they made it this far that I'm sure are not going to last. But there are definitely going to be good guys there. I will be streaming for some of UDFA. And I'll be cutting videos when appropriate. But that's it for the draft picks, guys. So Michael Jerrell, offensive tackle from Findlay, is the pick. If you can find any tape on this guy, then congratulations. I would assume that you have some kind of connection with somebody who works at that university. But yeah, sure. All right. See you guys later. Go Hawks. Michael Jerrell of Findlay is your final pick.